We have 5 more days at this marina.
Well, hello there. What are we doing?
We're disconnecting from shore power right now, getting the lines off, and we're gonna head on out.
This isn't that kind of show, it's Sunday.
Well, good morning for 5 more minutes. We have 5 more days at this marina. The Caterpillar guys are working really hard to finish up the engines today, getting those put back together so we can drive the boat again. And then we'll do a sea trial tomorrow. We're out going provisioning right now. We had the Costco order delivered yesterday, lots of meat. We're gonna head over to Mazzaro's, get some lasagnas for the freezer.
See, this is my concern, is that Steph said we're gonna get some lasagna, and she heard me wrong. We're going to get all the lasagna.
All the lasagna.
All.
And then on Monday, Dockmate is coming out to do their installation and a sea trial for that. So we are so excited, as I've mentioned maybe once or twice before already. But they are coming out, and then once they're done, we are free to leave this marina. We only have one more scheduled maintenance task, and that is in Fort Lauderdale in a couple of months. We're gonna go back to Marina Mile Yachting Center and get a new exhaust put in and a couple other little things. But that's the last major piece of this scheduled maintenance that has now taken, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, forever.
Exactly.
So off we go today.
Off we go. Well, hello there. What are we doing?
Spying on you.
Okay, so unfortunately I didn't think about this until I was about 3 lasagnas in, but since we are vacuum packing and kind of sucking the aluminum foil down to the cheese, I was a little worried about the foil sticking in the oven. So now we're running a little good old butter along the top of this, and then putting the foil down, and hopefully that will keep it from sticking once it goes into the Ninja. And then our vacuum pack bags are the perfect size to pop it right in. And they're sealed up. Like that's a little long. We had a lot of comments on one of our earlier videos when we made a Stouffer's lasagna. I love Stouffer's lasagna, but if you're ever in St. Pete area, Mazzaro's is about 10 times as good as a Stouffer's. So pick up a bunch of these. Fine, that's all I have. I'm not always funny. Sometimes I'm just providing factual information. Not always funny looking. Important thing about vacuum packing is it's the improvement over TTF. It used to be tuck, tuck, fold. That way, no air gets in. Why? Because air is our enemy. But now we have vacuum packing.
We are making provisioning progress. We are filling up the couch.
I took my right foot out, but then I put it in. Then I took it out, but then I put it back in.
And then you shake it all about?
I didn't, because that's silly. This is serious business here.
All right, the Caterpillar guys are finished, and we are about to go take this out for a sea trial, make sure the engines are running great. So we're disconnecting from shore power right now, getting the lines off, and we're gonna head on out. John's Pass Bridge. This is 75-foot motor vessel, low cocky 2. We are just coming into your view. We are requesting an opening. We are outbound.
Lindsay, I got eyes on you now. Let me clear the bridge and begin your opening. Champagne by 09.
Thank you. John's Pass Bridge, low cocky 2 is clear. Thank you so much for the opening. Have a great day.
You're welcome. Have a safe trip. Champagne by 09.
13.3. And go ahead and tell him 1,000 RPM. Man, full tank of diesel really slows it down.
This above your turbo, this is your vent from your valve cover that goes to the air filter on the front of the turbo.
Yeah.
This is burned through. This is some sort of aftermarket deal. You can see it was extra clamps in here. It's not a one continuous hose, it's multiple hoses.
So we need the new hose.
Other than that, everything is good.
Okay.
Having the engine run is different than having it unload.
Yeah. You know, we can have Dockmate out Monday, maybe you out Tuesday,
Yes, sir.
hopefully. And that would give you time to figure out what the new hose looks like and get it fabbed if needed. Okay, so I guess we're going in, docking up, and you're done for the day, huh? Well,
Ready to call this bridge
no.
in 10 minutes?
We're like 15 minutes away from it. Well, bummer.
John's Pass Bridge, John's Pass Bridge, John's Pass Bridge. This is 75-foot motor vessel, low cocky 2, heading inbound, requesting an opening.
Apache 2, this is John's Pass. I got maintenance crew on the bridge right now. I'm going to clear it off real quick. If you could stand by over there, I'll call you right back. Stay by, Joe.
Roger that, thank you. He's got a maintenance crew on the bridge right now. He's gonna try to clear them off, but we'll need to stand by. He'll call us back. Ooh, glad I understood it that time.
Yeah. There's the maintenance crew right there.
Yeah, the yellow truck.
Lukaki 2, this is John's Pass. I got it cleared up for you. Let me clear the bridge and begin your opening. John Pass, staying by 09.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much, we appreciate it. Our sea trial was just about finished, and then as you can see, it has just started pouring down rain. The wind is about 20 knots, so we're not really wanting to dock in this weather. So we're hanging out in this little harbor where we've been anchored and hoping we can hang out here for a few minutes and maybe the wind and weather will die down enough to make docking not so miserable.
Yeah, that's lightning 2 miles away. We're going to want to come in, spin into the wind, parallel the dock, and let the wind push us to the dock. Combination of thrusters and throttles and wind. But I'd rather do it in 10 knots, not 25.
As they say, if it ain't raining, we ain't training. So here we go. I get the outside job. I actually didn't get too wet, and it is now cleared right up, so definitely a good call to wait it out for a few minutes. We got lucky and the storm passed, and now it's a beautiful day back here at the marina, and we're gonna see if we can extend our stay just a little bit because we needed to cut the sea trial a little bit short today. So the Caterpillar guys are gonna come back next week, fix that up. We'll probably do another sea trial with them. Dockmate's still scheduled to come out Monday. They'll install their equipment and then we'll do another sea trial with them. So we should be getting a lot of boat time in the next few days, but a couple more things to fix and then we'll be on our way.
I made a pizza because we had a lot to do today and I didn't feel like cooking, so Freshetta to the rescue. So, Ring Power finished up everything that was on the menu that they were supposed to do, and we went out for sea trial and everything was great right up until the mechanic said, now let's go full throttle. And only when we're at maximum throttle, there is a hose from the crankcase, but that hose is probably 5-6 feet long in total, and it's actually about 3 different hoses. It's sitting on what looks like a very hot piece of metal at the turbo on one engine. So as soon as we went to full throttle, it started discharging oil. So we had to shut it back down to a reasonable speed, and Ring Power's coming back out next week. We're gonna have them replaced on both engines because it's starting to burn through on the other engine as well. And then I'm gonna have them do a couple little small things that we don't wanna mess with. So hopefully we have 100% clean bill of health by Wednesday or so of next week. Well, hello there. I didn't see you. Okay, it's Saturday, and the heat index is supposed to be 102 today, so that's exciting, but we're going to be tackling the tinder chocks. So Steph and I are in the main salon Wednesday evening, and we keep hearing these pops, and it sounds like somebody is throwing something hard against the boat. We go outside, we can never figure out what it is. Turns out, it's the tinder chocks failing. And so these are Weaver style tinder chocks. They're basically platforms. And when you put the tinder down, each one of these chocks experiences a lateral load that wants to push the chocks apart. And so These boats are originally built for 11 or 12 foot tenders. The previous owner rightfully asked the question, well, how big can I get? And so we now have a 15-foot tender. It's pretty maxed out on the weight, and I would suspect these chocks are a little bit overloaded or potentially not installed correctly. So that began our journey of what's the better system? And we found that right here in St. Petersburg. It's a company called VersaChock. I made a cold call over to the company, and the owner answered and said, this is Jeff. And I said, I'm Jeff too. And he said, I'm Jeff 1. And Jeff over there, the owner, went to AB Inflatables. They got the CAD drawings for the tender, and then Jeff CNC cut out of 1-inch starboard heavy-duty chocks that exactly match the contours of the hull. So we're gonna get the chocks laid out today. We're gonna get the new ones installed, get the old ones removed. We're gonna seal up the old chock holes with some G5 flexible epoxy. At the end of October, we're gonna take the boat back to Marina Mile. We're gonna have some cosmetic work and some other things done. So at that time, they'll repaint, make everything look pretty back here. Fingers crossed we can get this done before the rain. Pro tip of the day, if you ever install any kind of anything on anything, you gotta have some of these. These are long nib markers, and they allow you to get the tip of this pin into any kind of a screw hole or a recessed hole so that you can make a nice, precise mark of where you actually want to put your fastener. Combination of everything, we should have enough to tell us exactly where this thing goes.
Here comes that storm we were trying to beat.
Pick it up, pack it up. Flip it around. Pro tip of the day number 2, gotta have that on the boat. That will dissolve 3M 4000 and 5000 series adhesives. Granted, 5200 takes a lot longer, but it does work. This is one of the 4 old mounts for the old chock. This is the one that pulled out of the deck, and you can see it's previously been repaired after having pulled out of the deck. I would bet this is just regular silicone. Danger! Vacuum. Yeah, I'm gonna get this cleaned off. Will you go down into the shop and get, there's a roll of red tape, starboard, on the shelf, stucco tape. I need to tape over this.
Well, we lucked out and the rain did not come, so no storm today and Jeff is back at it. Drilling through the Flybridge so we can get these chocks installed.
So we've got some West Marine G5 thickened epoxy. This is the old weaver mount that had broken, and once we got it off and the sealant cleaned off, it's pretty easy to see why. It's cracked all the way across, and threaded machine screws had been used with really no nut or anything underneath. So they were relying on the thread at maybe 3/16 of an inch of fiberglass to hold these mounts in place, and of course with the lateral loading that's impossible. With the new ones, these screws are just going to be shear strength, and so there's no problem with them. We're going to fill these holes just shy of the final surface, and then when we get to Marina Mile, repaint pretty much the whole Flybridge floor, I think. Kind of gets it balanced.
Does it kind of settle in?
It guides itself.
Guides it?
Yeah. I mean, I get the center, I get the keel centered here, and then enough weight on that, and then I can look right back here and get the first fin right in the middle of that cutout, and it's padded, it's not springy. I mean, that was easy. Let's go ahead and use this maybe a couple inches more, cable down. And now you can stow the boom. First of all, I could tell you were a man of distinction. No, we're not doing any of that. We are simply preparing our new boat hook. Looks like it's gonna work, I think. So let me get right to the point. This isn't that kind of show, it's Sunday. First of all, that's the move, right there. No? Alright. That's all you do. Pull it up. I'll tie it off like I did before. Then we're gonna bring it up to the railing. I'll have you balance it as I connect all the shackles. And then I'm gonna hold it while you go up, and then I'll give you direction on the cables and the boom and all that. Okay. Positive block. Okay, go ahead and have it. Reinstalled. Although I do have to put the painter back on. Beautiful. That's something we can check off of the list. We just remounted our Revere Elite 6-person life raft. Every 3 years, you've got to have it serviced where they'll check the CO2 cartridge. They're also going to replace all of your survival supplies that need it, such as your food, your water, first aid kit, flares, batteries, lights, so that, God forbid, if you ever need it, everything in there is functional and working as it should be. If the boat goes down, that is your literal lifeline to survival. So now that task is complete. And in 3 years, we're gonna do it again.
So we've made a lot of progress this week. We've had a few hiccups, but those are recoverable, and we are so close to finally getting out of here and starting our adventures, heading south, going to some new destinations that are not at a marina or here in Madeira Beach. We have seen this place. We are ready for what lies ahead and still looking forward to getting down to the Bahamas this fall. So thank you all for joining us, for following along on the adventures. Tomorrow, Dockmate is coming out, and I am so excited for that. I can't even tell you how much I'm looking forward to it. Docking and anchoring has been stressful. Let's just leave it at that. There is a reason why they sell and make shorts that say, "I'm sorry for what I said while docking." That is true in our case. And so I am looking forward to having a dockmate on the boat. It's going to be like having a third person with us every time we dock or drop the anchor or pull away from the dock or pull up the anchor. So tomorrow they're coming out to do the install, the sea trial, and I hope that it is everything that I have been hoping and wishing that it's going to be. So stay tuned for next week, and it's just a few more days until we get out of this marina.